Hello everyone, Chrissy Etheridge, the Oilist. This is video 6 of a 6-part series that I have created to help guide you through essential oils, how to get them, why doTERRA, how to use them, the top 10 essential oils, how to buy them, and how to get free products. And the final video is about how to become a wellness advocate with doTERRA and how to turn this into a business to either get free oils, supplement your income, or possibly even replace your income. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Chrissy Etheridge. For those of you that haven't watched any of the previous videos yet, or you're not familiar with who I am, or you've been given this video and you haven't received the others, I want to introduce myself. I'm a family nurse practitioner in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been in healthcare for 13 years. I was a registered nurse for 9 in the acute care setting, med-surg, ICU, ER, PACU, recovery room, and in 2014, I graduated with a master's degree in nursing and sat for my boards for the family nurse practitioner certificate. So I've been actively participating as a nurse practitioner for 3.5, going on 4 years. I primarily work in acute care. For the last 3 years-ish, I've been working in emergency medicine only. But when I first got started, I was in acute care, ICU, and in the hospitalist world. During my master's program, I studied holistic nursing and learned all about different modalities available besides our normal Western medicine. Osteopathic medicine, homeopathic medicine, mind-body connection, guided imagery, and herbology. And essential oils and aromatherapy definitely fit into the plant aspect of medicine, and it really resonated within me. And so I did a lot of research on how essential oils and herbs can be used in medicine. At the same time, the stars aligned, and I was invited to a doTERRA Essential Oils 101 class. And in that class, I bought my first enrollment kit, my only enrollment kit. And I now had a source of essential oils that were trusted, that were tested beyond any other company in the market currently. And they were also doing some profound things around the world that I was very touched by, and now as a wellness advocate, I'm very proud to stand by. So if you're not familiar with doTERRA, it actually means gift of the earth. It is a multi-level marketing essential oil company. Essential oils from doTERRA can be bought online through Wellness Advocates with either the Wellness Advocates retail store, or by joining and getting your own wholesale membership in which you purchase essential oils online whenever you feel like it for 25% off. So in order to become a wellness advocate with doTERRA and consider making a commission, you have to have a wholesale account. So let's kind of go over that just very quickly if you haven't watched any of the other videos. So a wholesale account, you would either purchase the wholesale membership for $35, or you would get a enrollment kit. And we can talk about these at a later time if this is something that you're interested in. I do have a video that explains how to buy essential oils. It's on my YouTube page, so you can watch that first, and then you can come back to this video. That would be completely fine. But let's assume that this video you have already enrolled. You are a wholesale member, and you're interested in becoming a wellness advocate to make some money. So let's talk about a couple reasons why you would even want to start a doTERRA business. Well, first of all, you probably want to work from home. You want to make your own schedule. You enjoy being your own boss. Maybe you even like making your own schedule, and you don't like to ask for time off like most of us have to do. There's a concept with network marketing and multi-level marketing models like doTERRA that you would be creating a residual income rather than hauling buckets. And let me show you a quick video to explain what I mean. Hold on just a minute. Okay.
Earning wages makes you poor. Earning profits makes you rich. Don't believe me? Let me tell you a story of two friends, Pablo and Bruno. Pablo and Bruno were young and ambitious. They dreamt of having their own house, a family, and living their life in wealth and peace. So they got jobs, carrying buckets of water from the river to the village fountain. They were ecstatic. The job paid well, and now they had a way of making their dreams come true. But even though they were young and buff, the river was far and the work was tiring. Bruno said to Pablo, "Dude, don't worry about it. We'll get used to the pain. Plus, one day we'll be able to buy whatever we want." But Pablo didn't agree. There had to be a better way. Pablo told Bruno about an idea of transporting water from the river without breaking their backs or wasting their time. It would be hard at first, but it would pay off in the end. Bruno laughed.
"That would take months, years. Ain't nobody got time for that."
And so months went by and Pablo continued to work on his pipeline. Bruno and his friends laughed at Pablo. Bruno bought new clothes, dinners, and even a new donkey for his wife. So every day Bruno trudged out to the river, and every day the bucket seemed heavy. Pablo worked on the pipeline, and every day the village became closer. And after much time and dedication, Pablo had finished his pipeline and now was able to give water to the village without any effort at all. The villagers lined up and cheered Pablo for his work. What a hero, this guy.
"I like water!"
Bruno is older and bearded now, and the heavy buckets have taken their toll. He can't carry as many buckets of water anymore. He was out of a job. Pablo, on the other hand, was now rich and successful. He now had a continuous stream of income and had plenty of time to spend with his family and doing the things he loved. He told his friend Bruno that he had planned on building more pipelines and offered to help build Bruno one of his own. Eventually, Bruno built his own pipeline, and they were both able to stop working and spend the rest of their lives with the friendship and the pipelines they had built. Pablo and Bruno secured a river of cash. Now you have to ask yourself, how long are you going to work a 9-to-5 job? How much longer can you settle for 5 days off a year? Win back your life. After all, you only get one. Are you a bucket carrier or pipeline builder? We're building a pipeline. Come build it with us.
So, I know it's a cartoon, but it really describes the difference between the normal way that most people make a living, which is getting hired to work an hourly position. Your hourly position equates to a dollar amount of the value of the position that you're hired on for, and you go to work, and for every hour that you work, you get paid a paycheck. We all know how this works. Most of us have worked this type of job for most of our lives. And what's really interesting about this type of work is that whether or not you have a college degree like I do, or you don't, and you're being hired in a trade work position, we're all in the same boat. If we don't work, we don't get paid. And so that is the hauling bucket mentality. If you don't haul your buckets, then you don't have water, right? You don't have money to pay your bills. A residual income is different. The pipeline is different. You build your foundation, you build your pipeline. You have to usually continue to haul buckets in the process when you get started. But if you build your pipeline correctly, or if you build your organization correctly and you work, good hours, Sorry, hair's getting in the way. Then you will eventually be able to turn on that spigot. Your residual income will flow, and you will be able to stop hauling so many buckets. So that's the way that network marketing works. That's the way that a multi-level marketing structure works. And so I'd like to talk to you just about the specific details about doTERRA. So first of all, when you're looking at a business to start, you need to look at the trends of the market, right? You would not want to get into the business of selling a horse and buggy in 2018 because nobody's going to buy that. Everybody's looking at electric cars. They're looking at the newest trends. And so when starting a business, you really need to consider the trends that are currently making headlines and making waves. Well, natural solutions are definitely making waves in the market right now. If you look at all of the non-GMO products, the organic products, the free-range chickens, the farm-to-table restaurants, the natural options of the market today are definitely pushing towards a trend in essential oils. People are not satisfied with the current healthcare market today. It's overpriced. There's not a lot of satisfaction with the care that's being received. Maybe you can't get in to see your doctor for several months. And so families are looking at how to empower themselves to take care of the small needs that their family might have. The other thing when you look at a business is what is the startup cost? How much is it going to cost to get started? Well, with doTERRA, the business startup and monthly expenses are minuscule compared to a normal business startup fee. My husband and I have been looking into possibly a food truck business, or we did several years ago, and just the truck alone financed was about $60,000. That wasn't including, the food that you had to buy, maybe the employee you had to hire, the insurance that was needed. Starting a brick and mortar business is even more expensive. You might have a $2,000 to $3,000 lease a month, depending on where you want to put your business. Then you've got your electric and the software to run your computer programming. There's just a large amount of money required to start most businesses. Well, starting your own doTERRA business is actually minuscule compared to other businesses. My recommendation would be to start out with an enrollment kit. The smallest enrollment kit's $150. That gets you the top 10 essential oils in the kit, and you now have the opportunity to make money every month. In order to get a commission with doTERRA, you want to maintain a monthly order in your loyalty rewards order, or the auto ship through doTERRA, for at least 100 PV monthly to get a commission check. So $150 startup and $100 a month order. That's a drop in the bucket compared to most businesses that you would get started on. We've already talked about the residual income concept of the actual multi-level marketing. And then just in general, you want to make sure that the company that you're partnering with has a good reputation and they have a good product. And doTERRA has both. doTERRA has been in the business now for going on 10 years. They were founded in 2008 by 7 people that wanted to change the way that essential oils were distilled, grown, and tested. They're a debt-free company. They have 1.5 billion in annual sales right now. There's over 3 million wellness advocates around the world. It is a worldwide company. And there's a 68% retention rate on customers. And so what that means as a wellness advocate is that 68% of your people that sign on under you are going to continue to reorder. And that's huge considering most network marketing companies' retention rate's about 8%. And then, of course, the CPTG and co-impact sourcing, amazing research that doTERRA is putting out into the science community, the CPTG certified pure therapeutic grade protocols testing for purity and potency of all essential oils that leave their building, and then their co-impact sourcing with over 40 different countries around the world to provide us the best essential oils and pay all of the growers and distillers on time and fair payments without having to worry about a middleman. So fabulous, fabulous company. The trends in the market are geared towards natural solutions, very, very low startup cost, and definitely a great way to make residual income. So let's talk about money. That's a lot of times people want to see kind of the actual numbers. And so what I would like to show you next is really just the average annual earnings with different ranks in doTERRA. Let me share my screen real quick and we'll go over it. The numbers of 2017 yet. They're not actually available yet, but there's different ranks in doTERRA. You start out, as a wholesale or as a wellness advocate. You move up to director when you have a 500 organizational volume. Then you become executive with 1,000, and you slowly move up depending on what your organizational volume is, meaning what does your team order monthly, until you hit the rank of elite or silver. And so silver is really where the money starts to change a little bit for people in terms of what monthly potential they can earn. Now you can see here that the rank of silver in 2016 averaged $26,000 a year, or almost $2,200 a month. And this is about 62% of the leaders within doTERRA are at the silver rank. So for some of you, this silver rank might actually be able to allow you to be able to work from home and not have to go to work anymore at another company. And definitely this would be a goal to achieve in the beginnings of your doTERRA business, so you can start working solely from home, not having to worry about daycare, not having to worry about another job, and you can focus on growing your team even more and rank advancing even more. Then you can see the next rank would be gold. Yearly average income is $57,000 a year. 23% of the leaders of doTERRA are in this rank, and monthly income of $4,700. And so now you can see that we are in a rough $60,000 a year annual income. For some of you, this might be very close to bringing your spouse home. Others, this might be getting close to your income. I'm not sure what your budget is right now or where you're looking to replace or supplement your income. But you can move on down the ranks. You see platinum are now in the six-figure yearly income at $112,000 a year. Now this is 5% of the leaders, so we're definitely getting kind of more into the more serious of the leaders of doTERRA. But I know many platinum leaders at this level, and they're almost earning a monthly income of $10,000. This would probably bring most spouses home at this point for the average American income. Next, you move on to diamond with an annual income of $200,000 a year. This is 7%, so it's interesting that there's a little bit more diamonds than there is platinum in 2016. But this is a monthly income of $16,000. That's pretty impressive, guys. I think most people with a $16,000 monthly income could really start to live very comfortably and be very happy with the money that they're making. And provide for their family and the desire that they want to. And obviously the whole goal of this is to definitely start living the life that you want, creating the vacations that you want without having to ask permission or time off, or hoping that you have paid time off or you haven't used up all your sick leave. And then the last two ranks are definitely some of the higher level ranks within doTERRA. The Blue Diamond annual income is $450,000. This roughly comes out to be $37,000 a month. And this is 2% of the leaders. And then less than 1% of the leaders are making a yearly salary of $1.3 million. And that comes out to be $110,000 a month. Now, the reason why I bring this to your attention is simply the fact that done by other ranks. This isn't even 2017 numbers. This was 2017 had the largest convention number, and there were more silvers that walked across the stage than any other previous year. The neat thing about doTERRA and all of those ranks is that where you want to be is your own choice, meaning that if you enrolled under me, you could easily surpass me in terms of rank advancement. Because you are your own entity. Your success is not based on mine. It's actually quite the opposite. My success is based on your success. And so my job as a wellness advocate and leader with doTERRA is to give you all the support that you need. So it's definitely a beautiful way that the structure is created, so you get as much support as you possibly need to move up the ranks. So let's talk about the 5 ways to earn compensation with doTERRA to actually get to those numbers that I just showed you. The very first way to earn is with retail profit. Now, with every wellness advocate, we get our own retail store. It's where we send people that are just interested in shopping at retail price, and we get 25% off as a wholesale customer. And so anybody that goes to our retail store would purchase essential oils at 25% above the wholesale price, right? So we get that back in a commission check on a monthly basis. Now, this really isn't going to be a huge part of your income, but it definitely is a way to make money. You do have the ability, if you have a store, for example, or a clinic, or you're a midwife, or you want to sell essential oils, you can purchase them for wholesale price, and then you would sell them at retail if you're really interested in having product that you have available out there. It's really however you want to create your essential oil business, but that's one way to make money. You get, like I said, you get the 25% back. The check is cut to you monthly in your commission check. So the second way to make money is with preferred members. Now, this isn't really well known. This isn't broadcasted that much, but for some people, they prefer to sign up as a preferred member. It's a good option for people who don't want to give out their social security number. They don't want to build, and they don't mind paying a little money for an oil in exchange for a lower sign-up fee. Spas, health stores, and other businesses find this to be a good option. This isn't really recommended, though. For one thing, it's not as good for them, and it's not as good for you since they're placing directly under you. It doesn't help with your rank, although there are some percentages that you would get based on their order. It's really just looking at the model and seeing how it helps that spa or that business before you sign it up. But know that it's an option. If you have somebody that owns a clinic or have somebody that owns a health spa, it's definitely something for you to be aware of. If they purchase $1 to $499, you would receive 10%. For their $500 to $1,999 order, you would receive 15%. For purchases of $2,000 to $2,999, you would receive 20% of that. And then for their purchase of $3,000 or more, you would receive 25%. To receive this, you must be an active wellness advocate, but no monthly order or LRP is required. Okay, so this is what's called preferred members. It is an option out there. It's something that you want to be aware of as a wellness advocate, because you will have conversations with people about larger businesses, or you might. Okay. The third way to make money with doTERRA is called a fast start bonus. Now, this is really nice when you get started with doTERRA. You start getting started building because it's fast money and it comes weekly. So this is really exciting. This is the only time that we get paid weekly with our commission structure. So as long as you have 100 PV order set up for your LRP, then you would receive 20% of anything that a new customer that you enroll orders for the first 60 days of their enrollment. Okay, so let's say that you sign up your sister, and your sister starts out with a $150 Family Essentials kit. You're going to get 20% of that back. I think it comes out to be like $37. You're going to get that the very next week. Okay, the check is going to be cut to you. And then let's say she decides to order an extra $100 in week 2. Obviously, you're going to get a $20 check for that. And then she sets up her loyalty rewards program and she orders, a $200 order the next month because there's a special. So of course you would get 20% of that. So you would get a $40 check cut to you as well. So you can see you would get anything that she orders in the first 60 days. Now let's say we're in this hypothetical situation again. Your sister that you enrolls somebody else, right? She decides that she wants to do the business. And so she now enrolls somebody at work. She would get 20% of anything that they order in their first 60 days, but because you're a part of that leg or that structure, you would get 10%, okay, of anything that new person that your sister just enrolled ordered for the first 60 days. And these come weekly. Whenever they order, you get something. So you can see how that can become a snowball effect if you're doing a lot of classes in the beginning, you're ready to get started and you enroll several people, you're going to get a weekly reimbursement on your efforts to kind of help pay for certain things like your own essential oils, maybe the class supplies or little trinkets that you might give out, or books or things like that you might be doing to grow your business. So that's definitely a way to make money. One more piece of that chain is that if your sister's enrollment, her coworker actually decides that they want to do the business too, and they enroll someone under them, that one gets 20%, your sister would get 10%, and you would get 5%, okay? So it's 3 chains deep, either a 20%, a 10%, or 5% fast start bonus, depending on where they fit inside of where they enroll under you, okay? So definitely an incentive to start enrolling people fast, so you can get that fast start bonus, so you can start accumulating funds to continue to fund your business and kind of keep you afloat in the beginning. The fourth way to make money with doTERRA is the Power of 3 team bonus. Now, this is a really neat bonus that's paid monthly, and this bonus is paid from day, month 1 as a first starting out wellness advocate to the presidential diamond. It doesn't matter where you are in the structure. As long as you qualify for this, you get a bonus. So the Power of 3 says that if you enroll 3 people under you, you place them directly under you. For each one of them, they order 100 PV on their loyalty rewards. And as a structure, as a unit, the entire unit orders 600 PV or organizational volume, you'll get a $50 bonus paid monthly in your commission check. If those 3 people enroll 3 other people, so you've got 3 people on your first tier and 9 on your next tier, everybody's ordering 100 PV order, then you would get a $250 bonus. And then again, we move down 3 more, enroll under each one of those, and everyone is ordering 100 PV or more, you would get a $1,500 bonus. The number comes out to be, I believe, 27, I think we're talking about 40 people all in your team organization, and everyone is ordering their loyalty rewards, then you would get $1,500 bonus every month for every month that this occurs, okay? There's no limit on this bonus. So it's definitely an extra way to make some money. And then the 5th way to make money with doTERRA is kind of the well, there's one more, but the fifth way to make money is the unit-level organizational bonus. And this is really where doTERRA separates itself out from every other company. The unit-level is a payment dependent on three things: your organizational volume, your rank, and your LRP order in place. Okay, so when you first get started with doTERRA, this is a very small percentage of your paycheck. Most of the stuff when you first get started is going to be for fast start and from the power of three if you organize your team structure that way. But as your business grows, and especially as it gets deeper in the volume, the structure and the organization gets deeper, then your unit-level bonuses will get bigger and bigger. And so for each rank advancement, you kind of open up another level or percentage or tier. And so the top wellness advocates, those numbers that we talked about before, they make about 80% of their income from the unit-level commission structure. And, that's saying a lot because we're going to talk about in just a minute. There's a rank bonus and pool bonus, and that can equal, somewhere around $4,000 when you're a diamond and levels above. So your unit-level organizational bonus is quite a lot of the income, actually. As a consultant, which is level 1, you must have a 50 PV LRP order. And you're paid 2% of everything that the wellness advocates you personally sign up purchase after their first 60 days. So remember, the first 60 days is going to be the fast start bonus. After that is when the unit-level bonus kicks in. When you qualify as a manager or above, which is levels 2 through 7, you get someone to sign up and then they sign up someone else, or maybe you're putting them under them, you're enrolling and you're giving the enrollment to somebody else. Then you will move up to manager position and you will receive 3% of your second level. So this continues on down 7 tiers of the organization, depending on what rank you are, where you qualify, but it goes 7 tiers deep. The 7th structure, you're getting 7% on that deepest structure. Now, this is paid out on the 15th of every month. So you'd get a combined check at the 15th of the month for your retail volume, your preferred customer volume, your power of 3 bonuses, and your unit-level bonuses. Remember, the fast start is paid weekly, so it's a different check. Okay. There's also something called dynamic compression. So let's say that you have 7 tiers deep and maybe somebody in this 5th tier is not ordering. It kind of pulls them out of the consideration because they're not ordering, and then the next ranks actually move up, so you do get a true 7% on 7 deep commission structure. So most other commission structures and multi-level marketing actually flip that, where you're going to get paid more on the top levels where you really don't have the most organization, and you're going to get paid the least amount on your bottom tiers where you actually have the most amount. So it's really kind of an interesting way that they flip it. And then the 6th way to get paid with doTERRA is rank bonuses and bonus pools. So the bonus pools start once you hit silver. Once you reach the silver level, you're pretty awesome in the doTERRA world. You get to go in the special line at the convention. You get recognized. You get to attend special training and other things. But the main reason is because now you're going to be a part of the leadership performance pool. So they take all the sales from that month, okay, and they multiply it by 2%. Then all of the silvers get at least 1 share in this pool. Then as you work your way up, you get even more shares. So right now a silver share is around $130. It means that a gold gets about $650 and a platinum gets $1,300. The diamond pool share is around $4,000 a share. So kind of neat way to look at the essential oils, the commission structure, and how it works. Okay. So last but not least, there's really 3 levels of investment that you want to kind of consider when you're looking at starting your business. Do you just want extra spending money? Are you looking at just making $300 to $600 a month maybe to pay for your oils and pay a bill or 2? well, then that's going to be your dedication level, and you're probably going to fall somewhere in the elite to premier world. Okay. If you want to supplement your income and you're looking at making more than $600 a month, maybe even up to $5,000 a month, then you might be looking at a premier to a gold rank. And if you want to completely replace and multiply your income and you want to be in that 6-figure monthly range, maybe even 5-figure monthly, then you would want to look to the gold and up to the presidential diamond, right? So your level of investment is going to equal the money that you would make with doTERRA. But please keep in mind, first of all, everything that I just listed are average incomes. Every penny that you're going to make in life, whether or not it's with the network marketing company or if it's with, if you decide to haul buckets, is really based on your level of performance and how much dedication and time you're willing to spend. And none of this money is guaranteed. Okay, this is a long-term goal. This is something that you need to prepare to kind of dig your heels in and take several years to build your team and your organization in a correct manner. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight unless you are just one of those incredible rock stars that gets their own, video after 6 months when they reach diamond. I have heard those stories, but most people take about 2 years to reach diamond. Okay, so there's really a dedication and a commitment that you're probably going to be hauling buckets and building your pipeline for several years before you really start to see the effects of it. Okay. Now, keep in mind that most of us at 20 years old or 22, depending on if you go to college and you go to 4 years, we are committing about 45 years of life to working. So we accept that we get to retire somewhere around 65 to 67, and we accept the fact that we have to work until retirement, right? So when I tell you that it's, the trends in the market are spot on for this type of product right now, when I tell you that there's a very low startup cost for business and a low monthly maintenance fee in order to build your business, when I tell you that this is truly residual income that other people are making, and when this is a phenomenal company, then digging your heels in and being prepared for a 2 to 4 year commitment before you really start to see the money come in shouldn't scare you too bad, because most of us dig our heels in for about 45 years. If I looked at that model of residual income versus hauling buckets right now, I still got about 20 years to go before I can even consider retiring. So this is why I am considering investing my life right now and all of my extra time in this business, because I know I just feel it that I'm going to be successful. I'm going to replace my income as a nurse practitioner, and I'm going to be able to live the life that I want to live, traveling around the United States, sharing essential oils with everyone, seeing different worlds, helping people maybe in a voluntary fashion that I want to do. So I have one more video for you, and we are done with this 6th video. I hope you found value with this. If you did, please share it with anyone that you think might be interested in starting their own business. If you have any questions, you can message me at theoilist1@gmail.com. That's THEOILEST1@gmail.com. I will respond back as soon as I get the alert, and I'll respond back immediately. You can also visit my Facebook page, The Oil List, to learn about how to use essential oils daily in your life. Or you can just go to my website, www.mydoterra.com/theoillist. If you're ready to get started on this journey, click join and save, pick your enrollment kit, and I will be there for you to help you on your doTERRA journey. So thank you so much for spending time with me. After the video ends, the webinar will conclude.
If you are a fan or ever were a fan or know of Chris Farley, you probably heard his skit about being a motivational speaker, living down by the van down by the river. I don't have quite the girth that he does, but it's just something that, rings true to my life, the life of my family for a period of time. So we discovered essential oils when we were living in a van down by the river. And we lived in, well, it wasn't quite a van, but it was close. So we got, you know, a little trailer that's like basically 3 pieces that kind of go like this. Okay, so basically you got these roads that do like a figure 8 through the park. It was an old RV park, all right? And this was it was in a thicket. All trees, everything. This guy bought a big piece of land. There's a little stream, a little river that goes back here, so it's a van down by the river. And that's what it felt like. It was cramped, tiny little place that we lived in, but we made do. So somebody then sends me a little brown bottle of, hold on. Hold them out of the way. A little brown bottle of oil, essential oil from plants. We talked about that. If you haven't seen these, you soon will. Essential oil changes people's lives. Somebody calls us, sends it to us. I don't really know what it is. Put it in my mouth, about knocks me on the floor. Then we get a follow-up from the individual, happens to be my sister-in-law, a woman named Natalie Goddard. She's an amazing person. She says, essential oils, they will change your life. They're amazing, they're awesome. And we were like, uh-huh. Now, we were a little bit open because we used herbs. She said, look, you really need to look at this. And we said, no. Try this again. And we said, no. She tried us again and we said, no. Thick skulls, man. And, you know, she was also telling us, you know, over time as we're talking that, hey, you know what's cool is that they do change lives. We can introduce them to people. The product really works. But guess what? You can, if you want, you can change people's lives financially because there's the ability to create an income with it. And we thought, oh no, not one of those. And of course, fear takes over, which fear never does anything good. Product right there, works great, it's awesome. Opportunity, as we had been looking, we're living in a van down by the river. Meanwhile, essential oils are knocking on our door. Hello, hello, hello. And we're saying, no, 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 it can't be that. We start having these experiences with being able to change and deal with the health of our children much easier than we ever were with herbs. So we got excited. Well, I did. My wife didn't. She couldn't get over the whole income part of it. But for me, I got excited because now I started to see that this could be an income piece. But I had to fail a little bit first to figure this out. I decide I'm going to go for it. So I, after 3 no's, say yes to my sister-in-law. Okay? And she, in the meantime, is having great success as well. So she's trying to help me have success. She says you need to have an event where you can educate people about essential oils. I'm going to send an expert out to you. I'm like, great. I had no idea who it was. Turns out it was this really world-renowned expert that travels the world on essential oils. A little hotel room. I go all over the place. And I put out flyers. I go into businesses. I talk to holistic people. Everyone I meet, talk to them about it, invite them. Now, again, I didn't probably invite the people I really should have invited were the people that I had direct connections to and that I knew because, what? Fear. Fear cropped in, right? But I went out and told everyone else. And I knew hundreds of people were going to show up. We went 7 o'clock. We get ready, 7 o'clock. No one's showing up yet. No one's ever on time. 7:15. People are getting home from work, eating dinner. They'll be here. 7:25. Nobody. That was the first experience that I had in trying to help people become educated about essential oils. I made it my passion after that, though. I decided not to quit. I knew I could fail, but still succeed. And people I knew who succeed fail a lot before they succeed. So I didn't quit. And eventually, my wife had her own stories about the essential oils, her own experiences, that led her to start telling everybody about essential oils. And instead of doing a hotel room, and instead of bringing in an expert, at least not a Dr. Hill, okay? We opened up our home, our van down by the river. Remember, this is not a pretty place. This is the kind of place that when people drove up in their cars and looked into the entrance right here, they went, am I going to come out of there? I mean, this is a scary place. Not the best part of town and that sort of thing, but we invited people anyway. We had executives from big companies in Silicon Valley, their wives and people come, and they came. So we had 15 or 16 people come to that. And then my sister-in-law came out because we didn't kind of really totally know what we were doing and taught that class. And those people in that room, every one of them, wanted those products in their life and in their house. What changed? My passion was just getting bigger. I was enlisting in a mission, and I really wanted and knew that they should have these essential oils in their lives and that it would empower them. And that's what I got excited about, and that's what we got excited about, and that's what they got excited about. The more people we helped get what they needed, what they wanted, the more we would be able to achieve and get to where we wanted, but we had to help others first. And so the more we focus on how to help others, because we notice in our business, because this is a business for us now, that if we ever lose sight of that, things don't go as well. As soon as we get back on track with helping others solve their problems and provide solutions for them, things change. So now, we don't live in that van down by the river anymore. We actually live on a mountain, pretty much on the top in a house, and it overlooks the ocean now. As far as we can see, the ocean. And we live surrounded by redwood trees and wildlife. There's a deer walking around. And all sorts of amazing things that we get to experience now and travel around helping other people. And we're no longer broke. And people we meet now are finding financial, physical, emotional, and spiritual healing and empowerment. I don't know what else I could do or what else any other person could choose as a career that could do and provide the same thing. Whatever it is that you do, make sure you're enlisted in a mission and a cause that will empower others and change their lives, because that's what we did.